Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick reminder before we start. Tomorrow we're going to be having our live stream at 4 p.m. Alaska time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and we will be doing our monthly Super Chat giveaway, alright? So be there to see if you won. I was watching Adapt 2030 this morning, and Mr. Devine briefly covered this. Largest EV charging station in the world powered by diesel-powered generators. Now, ladies and gentlemen, why am I bringing you this? This is not a prepper video. Well, it's to allow you to think of how we've been bamboozled for all these years, how much money has been extracted from us, how much wealth has been extracted from we the people in order to try to achieve a dream that's not achievable. As you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the largest supercharging ranch in the world, and it's located in California. It has 98 charging bays, and it is the largest in the world. In 2017, Tesla's CEO, Mr. Musk, said that eventually all of these supercharging stations were going to be powered by solar. This green thing, it's not going to work because there's no way that we can power the entire world on solar and on wind. It's just not possible unless, and I will always stick by this, unless they have some kind of technology that we don't know about that they're able to do it with, and they're just trying to find the right time that they can come out with that technology. But we haven't seen that technology, at least as of now, that I know of. Here they say that superchargers charge a vehicle up to 80% sweet spot in as little as 20 minutes. That's really fast. Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I think that your average EV, electric vehicle, has a battery of about 100,000 watt hours or so. So that is really super fast that they're charging those batteries, even if up to 80%. And I think 100,000 watt hour battery is probably on the low range. But to provide that kind of power for nearly 100 bays takes something that solar cannot provide, ladies and gentlemen. Can you guess what it is? Well, it's in the title of the video, diesel generator. And that's where I stopped smiling. At first I was like, oh my goodness, they're doing this. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, this is tragic. Do you know how much money has been extracted from humanity for this green thing? And ladies and gentlemen, it's like I've stated in the past. After all of the trillions of dollars that they have extracted from us in order to cut down the use of fossil fuels, i.e., let's say oil, the use of oil worldwide has only increased year after year. Where has all that money gone? Remember, it's your labor that that money represents. Investigative journalist Edward, Niedermeyer discovered that the station was powered by diesel generators hidden behind a gas station, a Shell station, it says. The station is not connected to any dedicated solar farms, which means that absent the diesel generators, the station would be powered by California's grid. Ladies and gentlemen, does this sound green to you? Diesel generators? Think about how much more of a carbon footprint this is producing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, because producing an electric vehicle has more of a carbon footprint than producing a gas vehicle, an internal combustion engine vehicle. All right, but it's said, well, over the lifetime of the vehicle, it makes that up because you're not using gasoline or anything like that. Well, you are. You're actually using something that's worse than gasoline. You're using diesel. So how efficient is it to go ahead and power your EVs using diesel generators? I would say not very efficient at all. Energy analyst and writer David Blackman told Cowboy State Daily that the use of diesel power generator is not limited to the Harris Ranch station. I think we all knew this. I think that there's a lot of other, let's see, charging stations for EVs, right, that have diesel generators as backups. And if they don't have diesel generators as backups, it's because they're connected to the grid in which the power for that grid is being produced by coal or natural gas. And he continues to say that he used to shop at Whole Foods in Houston, Texas. The company had installed a charging station in front of the store for its customers. That's very nice, huh? He said that there were diesel generators behind the store and that whenever somebody hooked up to one of those chargers, that the diesel generators would turn on. Remember, this is all just smoke and screens telling you how it is that the earth is going to die if we don't stop using fossil fuels, when we're using even more oil than what we've used in the past. After all of these investments have been made to green energy, ladies and gentlemen, it is a way to control you. It is a way to impoverish you, ladies and gentlemen. Wake up and smell the diesel. Don't worry, we're almost done with this one, ladies and gentlemen, but listen to this. Just as these charging stations find that they cannot run without some fossil fuel backup, the retirement of a coal-fired power plant in Kansas, remember, coal-fired power plants are the devil. Well, it's being delayed to accommodate what? To accommodate the energy demands that it's going to take for a huge plant. I think it's Panasonic that's building a huge plant to build what? Electric batteries, ladies and gentlemen, EV batteries. Incredible. Blackman said that these stories illustrate well the lack of thought going into the demands that will be placed on the grid with increasing amounts of electric vehicle adoption. So the more electric vehicles we have, the more of a draw that there's going to be from the grid. But don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen, because 15-minute cities will take care of that with no problem. You just won't be allowed to own an electric vehicle. And Blackman said, ladies and gentlemen, that the footprint that's going to be needed in order to build the infrastructure to go completely solar or wind is going to be huge. Not only are we going to need more solar panels, not only are we going to need more windmills, a lot more than what we currently have, but we're going to need to keep those coal-fired plants running in order to produce the energy that we need to build those factories that will then in turn build the batteries. It is a nasty cycle, and this system will never work, ladies and gentlemen. It will never satisfy its own energy needs. All right. Anyways, we'll finish it off with saying he calculated that enough battery storage to create a reliable grid would cost, now listen to this, $590, not billion, trillion dollars for the batteries alone. It doesn't include the cost of all of the transmission infrastructure, and the batteries would have to be replaced every decade or so. Ladies and gentlemen, look, this is all common sense. I'm not trying to convert you from this to that, whatever. It's just common sense. You just need to think for yourselves. You just need to say, wait a minute, let me go ahead and do a little bit of my own research and see how this is really, if this is really valid, what I'm hearing here, or what AP's opinion is. Take a look at how much oil the world uses on an annual basis, going back 10 years. Why is that when we have invested trillions and trillions of dollars into this green energy, why are we still using more fossil fuels today than we were 10 years ago? When we've invested trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars into this energy thing, this green energy. Why, ladies and gentlemen? Because your money is what's being extracted. It's your money, ladies and gentlemen. And what does your money represent to you? It's your time. It's your labor. It is your freedom. All right? Why does everyone want to make so much money? So they can have more time to do what they want to do. That's what it's for, ladies and gentlemen. Having said that, let me go ahead and knock off on this video because I do have another one to work on that's pretty important in my opinion as well. So catch that one on later on this evening. God bless you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out. I understand that most of us don't really have a choice on where we do our shopping for just regular consumer items, and more specifically non-durable consumer items, ladies and gentlemen, like the things that we use every month: toothpaste, dish soap, laundry detergent, etc. There are hundreds of consumer goods brands in our country, and the vast majority of them are all owned and controlled by just a few mega corporations. Even when you think that you're buying good products, in many cases those products are terrible for you. This is not for everyone, but I think that if enough of us do it, we can make a difference. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm going to hear it. I will make a small commission from this, but that's not really what this is all about. It's about taking back what we've lost a long time ago. So take a look at the link in the description of the video and on a pinned comment, and it's going to say something like switch with AP.